I want you to know where you're sitting and what a regional theater is. And I'm going to tell you a very quick story, and then we'll get on with the good stuff, which is the workshops. Back long before you were ever thought about, back in the 50s. I know that must seem very ancient to most of you. There was a woman by the name of Margot Jones, who was from Texas, and she was sitting on an airplane coming back from seeing some shows on Broadway. And she was sitting next to, ironically enough, a New York critic, the guy who comes in and checks out the show and writes these big articles about it in the New York Times. And what they started talking about, isn't it a shame that people have to go all the way to New York City to see professional theater? It's just such a drag that you have to get on a plane and go all the way to New York to see professional theater. What if we brought professional theater to the cities in the country so that the people who lived in those areas could go see professional theater in their own communities? What would happen if you did that? Alas, from that conversation on that airplane, regional theaters.
They'll let me go in because I am authorized personnel. Look up there, that's a trap door that goes up to the main stage where we just work. And if there's set pieces they build down here that are too huge or unwieldy to take up the stairs or go in the elevator, then they get a crane and they lift them up.
I wrote the director this long letter and told him that I said, I know this is a directorial choice, it shouldn't be a designer choice, but I'm so used to working with Lauren that we share, she's really appreciative of if I sit in rehearsals and give her ideas and stuff. So I thought it would be really cool if the little girl, who, I mean she was played by a 20-year-old woman, had a doll, a broken doll that was still beautiful. So the props person who does the properties and things that actors carry, made me the ugliest doll that had one eye and her arm broken off, and I said she didn't really understand what I wanted, a beautiful broken doll. So I made the doll myself, and it was a little touchy, but anyway, it hung on a rope around her neck, and the director loved it, and they ended the show with the daughter gets killed and the mother goes there, and then the last thing on the stage is a doll. But